Hello everyone, and apologies right up front because the quality of this video will be quite shoddy. But this is my response to Hanna's 1000 subs contest, and I would like to say that there are two reasons why I love watching your channel, Hanna. And the first one is simply that I love the way you talk about music and records, and the second is that you show a lot of music that I love. And with any channel that I watch, I love that feeling of connection through music that we have like similar taste to it. And another thing is that you show a lot of music that I don't listen to, and I feel that is also another thing that I look for from any channel that I watch, because that gives the possibility of discovering something new. It doesn't really matter whether or not I actually start listening to anything, but I feel that it's important to have that possibility of discovering something new. Okay, so Hanna had 3 questions, and they were show 3 female artists, 2 subgenres, and favorite audio equipment. I only have 1 audio equipment. My laptop, for example, does not have a CD and DVD player. My phone is like this, so this does include radio, but I would need to have earphones in order to listen to radio through this, so I can't do even that. So let's start with my stereos over here. Okay, so this is my turntable. It's project something. I don't remember what it is. Whatever. My CD player, which is Pioneer PDM500. It's a 6-disc player. Then my tape deck, which is Yamaha, what is KX390. And then my receiver, which is Yamaha RS700. Yeah, I'm not an audiophile at all. So long as it sounds okay, then I'm fine with it. I really don't care that much. My 12-inch, 3 of my CD box sets, 1 of my speakers. Let's move over. There's some of my CD collection, and more of my CDs, and another speaker which looks kind of different. The other speaker was my original speaker, but the pair for it broke down, so I had to buy new speakers. But in the end I decided to keep my original speaker and only replace this broken one. And when I walk between these 2 speakers, it gives kind of funny effect, because this one gives more of a high-end sound and the older speaker gives a low-end sound. Okay, let's move back here. Now then. Okay, on to the first question, which was show 3 female artists. First I chose to show Laverne Baker. Laverne Baker was a bit of a mistake purchase on my behalf, because when I went to buy this one, I actually thought that her music was similar to Big Mama Thornton. I expected it to be very raw rhythm and blues, but instead it turned out to be similar to Ray Charles. I think this is just absolutely wonderful. In fact, I have been several times to the store from which I bought this, and I have thanked them several times for introducing me to Laverne Baker. Okay, second one is Dusty Springfield. I think the Dusty during the 60s was absolutely fantastic vocalist. I really love her voice, I really love her singing. but I have to emphasize that I only listen to her 60s music. I have heard a bit of her 70s music and it just didn't sound like my kind of stuff, but this 60s stuff is absolutely top notch. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Okay, and then Kirsty MacColl. Kirsty MacColl's music is very melodic, pop rock sort of. But one thing that, and she uses very much like multi-layered vocals. But one thing that I especially love with Kirsty is her lyrics. Kirsty writes very much from the female perspective, which I find to be rather rare. So I'm going to read you a part of the lyrics for her song called Don't Come to Cowboy with Me, Sonny Jim. And this is some boys with warm beds and cold, cold hearts can make you feel nothing at all. They'll never remember and they'll never mind if you're counting the cracks in the wall. They're quick and they're greedy, they never feel guilty, they don't know the meaning of hurt. The boots just go back on, the socks that had stayed on, the next time they see you, they treat you like dirt. The next time they treat you like dirt. Now don't come the cowboy with me, Sonny Jim. I know lots of those and you're not one of them. There's a light in your eyes, tells me somebody's in, and you won't come the cowboy with me, Sonny Jim. So she has very much of a female perspective to her lyrics, and she has very witty lyrics. Sometimes she has very funny or ironic lyrics. So I really love her. Okay, the second question was two subgenres, and I have a lot of problems with this one. I am aware of a lot of different subgenres, but my problem is how to place anybody in any particular genres. And I'll give you two different examples of this. This is Metallica's Kill 'Em All, their first album. And when they released this was a thrash metal classic album or masterpiece. So obviously they were a thrash metal band. But by the time they released their second album, there's only one song, Fight Fire with Fire, which could be termed as thrash metal. So are they still a thrash metal band despite not making thrash metal? And if not, what are they? And what about when they released And Justice for All? Now they have sort of a rock feel to their music. So what are they now? Are they now first thrash band, then some other metal band, and now they are again some other metal band? That's why I feel it much more simple just to stay within the main categories and say that Metallica is a metal band. And another way, this is Neil Young's Comes the Time, which is probably my favorite Neil Young album. Some of these songs have very clear country influence and rock influence. So those songs are obviously country rock. But what about the other half of the album which doesn't have that country feel to them? So which part of the album is more important? Do I classify this just like a rock album or country rock album? That's my main problem with naming genres. So Melinda Murphy was basically the one who rescued me from this problem. She showed a Pink Floyd 12-inch saying that that was a space rock, and I came to think that okay, I'm familiar with that, but there are only two bands that I have ever heard to be associated with space rock: early Pink Floyd and early UFO. So I thought that okay, I don't have to have a lot of music from those genres that I'm going to show. And that's why I'm going to show two genres that I only have a couple of examples. And the first one is called country soul. And these Memphis sessions from '69 with Elvis are the only recordings he ever made which could be included in the country soul category. And then there is Bobby Gentry. Bobby Gentry made a few albums don't remember off the top of my head now, was it 7 albums or so. Yeah, brilliant stuff. These are 2 albums, Delta Suite and Local Gentry, and these are released by Raven, which is an Australian reissue label. And third artist is Jeannie C. Riley, Harper Valley PTA. These are plantation recordings she made during the years 68-70. This double CD includes the 5 albums that she made for that label. After that she changed label and became a pure country artist. So this includes all of her country soul music. And these 3 are the only ones that I know that I can include in the country soul category. I don't know any other artist that would fit in there. And second genre is even smaller. I only have 2 examples of this. And this is Latin rock. This is Santana 3. This album sometimes gets slightly obscured by, or rather overshadowed by their first 2 albums, Santana and Abraxas. But to me this 3rd album is their masterpiece. The band was simply on fire when they made this, and this deluxe edition includes a live concert from that period. And the second one does not go very far. This is a debut album from Malo. Malo is musically it's very similar to Santana, and it's no wonder because Carlos Santana's brother, Jorge Santana, is in this band. Okay, that's it for this time. Hope you liked it. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching. Bye.